You cannot score hitting long irons into par fours. When all your buddies are hitting wedges, 8 irons, 9 irons, all the short clubs, it's really hard to beat them when you're hitting long irons. So if you need 20 plus yards off the tee, I have one simple task I want you to attempt to gain 20 plus yards to your game. Let's discuss. Welcome to episode 2 of the Wade Fullingham Golf Show, where I show you unmatched strategies to develop a consistent golf swing, enjoy the game more, and develop epic practice plans that lead you to lower scores. Today, we're gonna talk about how to gain 20 plus yards off the tee with something that it could possibly add to your golf swing fairly simply. Before we dive into the video, I want to share with you that I've just opened the doors to my new membership called High Performance Golf Community. This is a private membership that gives you unmatched strategies to developing a consistent golf game, lower your scores, where you can hire me as your coach 24/7, 365 days a year. You're gonna receive weekly content to your phone that allows you to engage with that content. It allows me to respond back to you. You get access to a massive drill library so you never get bored in your practice anymore. You can find drills, games, etc. There is a private group chat that you can communicate with other members within the group, communicate with me. That allows me to answer your questions, help you lower your scores, help you get what you need to take your game to the next level. And if you are local, it allows you to get private lessons with me. I have closed the doors to taking one-off private lessons because I believe golf is a game that you develop over time. I don't believe in one-off lessons anymore. If you want to get better, you need to commit to a coach, commit to me, and take the time you need to grow your game, develop your game. So check that out. There's a link below that tells you all about it. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So jump into it, dive into it. If you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. And guess what? If you join between now and Friday, you get access to my founder's rate of $47 a month. I will never offer that price again. The price will go up to $97 a month. So make sure you take advantage of this offer while it lasts. It'll end October 1st at 11:59 p.m. Go check it out. There's a link below. We'll see you guys there. So let's discuss that. So what I tend to see a lot as we get older is we tend not to make a big enough hip turn, shoulder turn, get the hands deep enough into the backswing. When we get a bigger hip turn and a bigger shoulder turn and get the hands deeper, we can actually generate more power on the downswing. So again, as we get older, I tend to see more of an arm swing going back. They don't get the hands as deep, the hips don't get open. We end up trying to use our arms to gain power instead of the momentum of using the rotation to come back through. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to set up and take your lead, your trail toe, and I want you to flare it open, because what that does, it gives you more hip mobility, more range of motion in that hip. It's artificial, it's not true range of motion, but if I set up with my toes square and I turn, that's as far as I can turn, but then if I set with this toe open, I now have more range of motion to open. So what I want you to do with your driver is set up, take your toe, flare it 20 degrees, and then from there, I want you to feel like this hip drives backwards, the hips open, and the shoulders turn away from the target and open up. So when you do this, it'll look something like this: toe flared, open, 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 turn, big shoulder turn. Last little thing too, I'll say, allow your trail heel to slightly lift off the ground. And when I mean slightly, I mean slightly. It doesn't need to move a lot. I'm thinking about this much. We don't want to see a big lift because that's going to make me sway into the backswing. I want just a little bit of lift because that's a good starting motion to generate power on the downswing. So if I want to gain an extra 3 to 4 miles an hour club head speed, which that in turn equates to 10 to 15 yards, it's gonna make a big difference. Now, the last thing I'll say before I jump into hitting balls is a lot of my clients don't swing hard enough. You need to swing as hard as you can in balance. I'll say that again, swing hard as you can in balance. So practice. So get up here and work on swinging as hard as you can in balance. So I'm gonna make a couple swings. That's about as hard as I can go and still stay in balance. Okay? Because like I said, I usually can gain 3 or 4 miles an hour club head speed with my clients really quick because they come in here trying to swing smoother. And don't get me wrong, you can hit the ball further swinging smoother if it allows you to hit the center of the club face more. But in this case, I want you just to practice swinging faster. And then I want you to make that one swing change with the hip where you feel like you get a little bit wider, toes a little flared, the heel comes slightly off the ground, and you should gain some club head speed. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw a Trackman on the screen, and I'm gonna swing normal for me, and probably actually a little bit less shoulder turn, a little bit less hip turn, just to show you that if I was tight and not making a big swing, what my club head speed would be. So I'm gonna do a little split view here. Okay, so here we go. Just gonna swing, you'll see my club head speed, you'll see where the ball went, all sorts of cool stuff. Here we go. Oh, lost my tee up there. Nope, didn't come down. All right, so that was 107. That's pretty good for me. 295 carry, pretty good numbers right there. So if I wanted to ramp that up to 110 plus, what I would do is I'm gonna make those little changes. I'm gonna get that toe flared a little bit more, give myself just a little bit more hip mobility, okay? I'm gonna make a little bit bigger turn. I'm gonna allow that heel to come off the ground, and I'm gonna swing as hard as I can in balance. I think I might have hooked that one a little bit. Let's see. Okay, I gained a couple of miles an hour there. Pretty good shot. Didn't gain much distance, but I did gain some speed because I didn't hit that perfect. Make a little bit bigger hip turn. Toe flare just a hair more. There we go, 112. Seems like a pretty decent shot. Looks like it's gonna end up in the fairway. So, trying to ground myself out here so I don't shock my table there. So if you need to gain a little bit extra distance without changing your swing a lot, which I didn't ask you to really change your swing, I just asked you to flare this lead toe, make a little bit bigger hip turn, get the hands a little bit deeper so you can swing a little bit more from the inside. Had a bug in my hair. And then rotate and then stomp that foot and rotate through the ball. And obviously the biggest key to getting more distance, guys, hit the middle of the face. So spray your face with athlete's foot spray, put some tape on it, something to track that contact. That will help you a lot. I couldn't even finish the end of that video because that fly would leave me alone. Hope this helps you guys. Peace.